Speaker, I move that the Unit Titles Bill be now read a third time. Mr. Speaker, I'm really pleased to be involved in the final stage of what I think is a bill that is bringing the whole issue of units and multiple unit blocks into the 21st century, and I'm delighted to know that this legislation has indeed the support of the majority, of the whole House, I understand. I'm pleased that those living and working in unit title developments will finally have up-to-date, contemporary legislation that reflects the best practice in property management and maintenance. And, Sir, I think two or three of the key elements of this bill that I think will make a huge difference is certainly that to do with the voting rights issue. When the unit titles legislation was put into the House many, many years ago, the average size of a block of units was 3 or 4 units. Just a couple of flats here, a couple of flats there. And, Sir, things like making it, whenever you wanted to make a change to the body corporate, having to have 100% agreement made sense. They really did. But now there are huge blocks of apartments being built, and in Auckland you can see them on the skyline wherever you look. And what you can have now is one particular tenant. May not actually even deliberately. It might be an overseas absentee tenant who can actually hold up the process of getting the body corporate to make an agreement because you need unanimity of all. And that, Sir, has been changed in this legislation to now a 75% vote of all the tenants can make changes to the body corporate. From my perspective in the building and construction portfolio, Sir, there's one more important part to this, and this is the actually requirement on the big blocks and apartments to have a maintenance for their a schedule for the maintenance that is required and how it will be funded. Because one of the things we're finding, Sir, in some of the big buildings in Auckland is that they haven't had any maintenance done, and 15 years or 20 years later after they were built, they've got serious problems with cracks and leaks and so on. They wouldn't have actually been a leaky building had they had, right from day one, proper maintenance, proper looking after care and so on. And so this bill actually forces the big body corporates into publishing that schedule and maintaining those buildings just as you would do with your motor car. Your warranty for your motor car would be void if you didn't keep putting oil and so on and looking after it. Well, the same thing now with buildings. So New Zealanders choose two different very lifestyles in this country. There's a lot who like the quarter-acre section, who like to be in their dream home by themselves, but an increasing number pursue what I think is the more urban lifestyle, taking advantage of the best of our inner-city communities that have to offer. Well, both options are pretty good. I think it's fantastic that this bill makes urban and intensive living an attractive and viable option for those who want to. And this bill does not just provide choices for people at the fast-paced urban end of the spectrum. The best thing about this bill is its versatility, Sir. It provides a framework for creating new and innovative communities through the layered developments provision. It caters for small suburban developments through exemptions from some financial management and governance provisions, and ensures the regulatory framework is scalable to the size of the development. It enables commercial developments such as office blocks or shopping malls to make good property choices that lower the cost of doing business. And it provides protection for all, and in particular those most vulnerable to being taken advantage of, such as people living in small-scale pensioner housing on unit title tenure. The key benefits this bill will have to those New Zealanders living and working in unit title developments are the provisions that relate to management, governance and maintenance. The changes will mean unit owners and body corporates have the necessary tools to get things done quickly and efficiently. And so I think that's the key thing about this. There will be tools for the modern era that allow things to be done quickly and efficiently for the benefit of the majority of the owners. I know too many cases already, Sir, where one owner has caused huge problems for the rest of the tenants by just not being prepared to agree to what I think looked like a very sensible proposal for the body corporate. These benefits are particularly relevant for those unit owners and body corporates in leaky buildings, Sir, because the changes clarify their rights and their responsibilities. In addition, the passing of this bill means they will be able to act more quickly and decisively when they need to make decisions about taking claims and getting repair work done. So, sir, I'm really pleased to stand here and shepherd this small but I think integral part of the solution that this government is looking to try and get with regards to leaky homes through the House this afternoon, but it has far wider range for all of those New Zealanders who live in apartments and in unit titles. As the Honourable John Key said in a statement to Parliament, sir, this government is committed to... As the Honourable John Key said in a statement to Parliament, sir, this government is committed to better regulation, and the Unit Titles Bill is certainly an excellent example of better regulation. Sir, I want to thank all of those who were involved in this from the long passage where it started back with the Labor Party, and I give absolute credit to them for the genesis of where this came from, to a whole lot of people who contributed through the Select Committee, to the various organisations like the New Zealand Law Society, the New Zealand Institute of Surveyors, the Property Council, the Property Institute of New Zealand, the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand, Crocker Strata Management, the Auckland Regional and City Council. Sir, the list goes on. I don't think I want to spend the rest of the afternoon because I know members want to get away for Easter, but a lot of people contributed to this legislation. It is great legislation, sir. I commend it to the House.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. I call Moana Maki.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I'm happy to finally be able to stand and take a call on the third reading.